So in my last video, I told a story from my early teens and my preteens when I didn't have heating back when we lived in Tennessee and it would be winter time and it'd snow outside and I'd have a broken window and things like that. I told that story in the last video, but as I was watching that video back, I actually remembered something from when I lived in Maine. So back in 2018, I lived in Maine for the autumn and winter of that year. And it was very cold in the part of the state that I was in because I was near the border with Canada, about an hour out from just when you get into New Brunswick. And once you get that far up, it's quite different, not just because you have the wind chill coming off from the ocean. It's a very windy state in general, I think, due to the proximity to the ocean, but also because of the elevation and how far north it is relative to other places in America or in the world. And it was particularly cold that winter, from my understanding, like in a historical sense. And we didn't have gas for more than a week out of the month because gas was very expensive in that state. This is this weird, like, New England thing. From my understanding, a lot of the homes, I think probably because they're old, actually use gas to heat the home. And gas is very expensive there, much like everything else there. It created this weird situation where, like, it would be on for the first week, but then because it would be running throughout the day in what was a pretty large suburban home, we wouldn't have it anymore after that week. And I remember wearing my coat inside and having as much stuff on as possible, blankets and so on. But the worst thing was trying to take a shower. And again, this is my adolescence. I was just a teenager. I'd have to take a shower in cold water during the winter time while it was cold inside because of the gas not heating the water. Because the gas didn't just heat the home, the gas heated the water in the home as well. And so you'd have this water coming in from cold pipes, hitting my skin, which was already cold from the cold air. And that's how I had to take a shower. I remember I would get in and I would, like, brace myself for what was about to happen. I'd turn the water on for like a little bit and try to wait for it to settle, like without it hitting me. And then I would just get under and I'd try to do everything in 5 minutes. Like, I would rush to get my hair clean. That was pretty much the only thing I focused on, was just getting my hair clean. In retrospect, I should have gotten a buzz cut or something. I should not have kept my hair that long if I was going to be doing this, because it just made the process take longer. But then again, having long hair was also good for, like, insulation in that environment, but whatever. So I'd wash it up, like, real quick, and I would just be trying to go as fast as possible. I wouldn't use conditioner or anything like that. I'd just try to get it wet and shampoo it and get the shampoo out as fast as I possibly could, turn the thing off, dry off, and I would be shivering. Like, I was shivering like crazy. Felt like I was gonna, I don't know what you'd call it, go into hypothermia or something. But then I'd get all my clothes back on and I'd keep, 2-3 towels on my head and get under a blanket and I'd just hang out under there while my shit was drying off. And I'd end up being okay. I'd warm up with the actual stuff on the coat and everything. But I'd have to get my hygiene done fast. And I remember when I went to the mental hospital um, around that time, it was very helpful because they actually had heating and I could shower properly and things like that. That was actually my second experience being institutionalized ever. A lot better than the first one because the people who live in that state are a fair bit more affluent than the people where I'm originally from, which ends up leading to less criminality in the kinds of people that actually show up in hospitals like that. But socioeconomic problems aside, I remember being really relieved at being able to take actual showers and take my time, because up to that point, like throughout my life, I had been somewhat of a nuisance to my family for the fact that I would take 30-minute, 40-minute showers. Sometimes I'd be in there for a fucking hour. And people want to use the bathroom, I'm just in the shower. Or the water bill would come and it'd be like, what the hell were you doing there, son? But nowadays I don't have to worry about that because my water bill is covered in my rent, which is very nice. So it's a fixed price every month. So I can shower as long as I want. But back then, it was not the case. And certainly not the case when I ended up living in Maine. I'll tell you that much. But as difficult as that time was, I think it hardened me. I had already been hardened by the cold winters that I described from when I was younger in that other video. But those experiences in the Maine winter certainly changed me. Because if you have to shower in cold water in a cold house, yeah, you're gonna feel like you've seen some shit. And my mom says that I have this Germanic predisposition to liking the cold and that I'm just warmer blooded than other people. I told her that's probably BS because everybody is naturally the same temperature. At least I'm pretty sure. Like that's how we get fevers and things like that. Like the reason we know what the temperature for a fever is because everybody has the same resting temperature. But I suppose the subjective experience of that temperature can vary depending on who you are. And I guess it's possible that national origin or like ethnicity or whatever could possibly influence that. I have no idea. She tends to claim that it's because of that it's certain roots that I have. I personally think it's because of autism, as well as experiences in my childhood. You know, it didn't help that I didn't really have proper winter stuff growing up. For periods of time I didn't have the stuff that I needed, and I'd go out underprepared for the cold and I'd just be fine, right? Like I wanted to be outside anyway. And I think that had something to do with it too. But all the formative experiences I had, I think, ended up giving me these preferences where I feel at ease and comforted when it's cold in my house and like I don't necessarily have a lot of clothes on. I'm just feeling it. Like there's a comfort in that I take. And it's probably because I associate that feeling with certain, again, formative experiences that I had growing up.